Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. Okay, so I've got a cell activator, I've got some colours, I have my canvas. So the idea today is to create a piece that includes some block colour, some lacing and some lines. And I'm going to use all these colours and I will list all these colours in the description box below. So I'm really excited for this. Let's see what we can create. All my paints are mixed with a pouring medium, 1 part paint to 3 parts pouring medium. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take each colour one by one and I'm just going to puddle those paints on the canvas. I'm going to ensure that each colour is on the canvas and there's a balance of each colour because I want this piece to be a very balanced piece. I would really like some gold to be in the centre, so when I stretch out, the colours that we put around the centre are the main colours that will appear on the piece. So what I would say, if you've been watching me for a while, you know this anyway, but if you're new to my channel, I'm very much about creating in the moment of the here and now and really enjoying that process without putting any pressure on yourself. So don't worry about the end result at the moment, just enjoy being in this process of puddling the paints on the canvas before we move through the process to our end design. The colours and puddles that we're doing now will very much end up over the canvas and down the edge, so don't worry about those too much. I haven't painted my sides to prepare it, so I am puddling the paints nearer to the edge because when I stretch, I want full coverage of the edges when I push that design over. I'm now taking my cell activator. This is titanium white by Amsterdam with 3 parts Australian Floetrol, and that's what's going to make the lacing in this piece. What I do is I take my cell activator, I put it on my palette knife or spatula or swiping tool, whatever you're using, and I rest it on top of those puddles that we've created, and I just gently pull that down, allowing it to glide over the top. Don't apply too much pressure because you don't want to move all of that paint that you've already created underneath. You just want your palette knife or swiping tool to rest gently on the top of that surface, and then you want to just slowly glide it across the piece that you want to cover in that lacing. Again, just take your time to do this. There's absolutely no rush to finish this piece. So this is what we have so far, but now it's time to take this design and create your final version. So what I do is I pick up my canvas and I tilt it from side to side before I start stretching, because that will give me an idea of where the weight of the paint is, where that volume of paint is. And then what I will do is I will just take one side at a time, but I don't rush and force that paint over the edge in just one motion. You'll see that I'm going from side to side before pushing it off that edge. I'm doing that for a couple of reasons. I want a good flow and consistency of the paint across the canvas. That gives me an idea that the paint is level when I'm pushing and stretching that design. It also allows me to keep some of that lacing that you see intact, so I'm not stretching it too much to really distort it. By going from side to side with the paint, you're almost walking that paint across the canvas and then pushing it over the edge. If you did it in one fell swoop, then you would probably have more of a distorted pattern. And that's okay if that's the look that you're going for. But this is the approach that I find best for me. So, what I'm doing is I'm pushing the paints over the edge and having a really good look at the colours and the composition on top. And then there are certain colours or pieces of this piece that I want to push over the edge, because that's not really the design that I want on the surface that you'll see. So just take some time and really have a look at what's good for you. So this is a close-up of the wet version. I've managed to balance some of the block colour with some of the lacing design and detail. I really love the colours that I've used. I'm glad that I've got a lot more gold on this piece. That's what I was aiming for. But there's that hint of green underneath that gold popping through as well. So I really love the balance of this, the block colour and the lacing. And the colour palette is something that I've recently discovered and I love, and I'm going to use this again and again because I really like how all these colours work together. I'll let this piece dry and then I will show you the dried version, and I love it. Here we go. Here's the dry version. Apologies for my lighting. It's not a very bright day when I'm filming this to show you the dried version, but I really love how it's dried. We can see some of those lines and lacing, and we can also see some of those block colours. So I believe we've achieved what we set out to do. I just want to thank all of you for being here. Thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you for watching my videos, commenting, reaching out to me by email. I really appreciate all of your feedback and all of your support. So I'll leave you with some further detail. A big thank you. And remember, when you're creating, be kind to yourself and be in the moment of the here and now and enjoy the process. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye.